Tony, it's your fault.
It's all my fault.
I mean, he was in charge of buttons last time.
He probably smashed it too hard, and so I can't hit it right.
Guys, you know how much I like to smash.
I just figured it was haunted.
Oh.
Well, I like new Brett. We don't have to change our initials or anything.
We don't.
BTAA.
No. Yeah. Oh, we still have to change the logo because it does say Brett.
It does say Brett. Huh.
We only have to change 3 letters, dude. We're
You
good.
know what? For this episode,
Did you have to think
for this
about
episode, can you do put Brian, change it to Brian?
Oh my god,
Brian, Ash and Abe.
that is amazing. We have to.
All right.
Like put like a
Like spray
Sticker?
paint it like a
Yeah.
like
yeah.
taking your area.
Yeah.
Tag it.
I love it. It's fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
Fuck Brett.
That was a good idea, Tone.
Yeah.
I like it.
You're hired.
Can we can still
We're
record
still
here though,
recording
right?
it. We're still going to record at Brett's house.
Yeah. 100%.
But then we're like, you can't be here when we're here.
I have no part of this, Brett.
He'd be like standing in the doorway watching, like tears rolling down his face.
like the Native American commercials and I'm just littling.
Yeah.
Small one tear.
You're going to make the Brett cry.
Yeah, they took my land.
Too far. Too far.
We were worried about him.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 133 of Brian and Tony with Ash and Abe. I'm Abe.
That was good, Ashlyn.
I'm Tony.
I'm Brian.
You know, that works. That works really. I like that.
I had to think about it really hard. I was like, say it right.
That name winged.
Just flows. Just flows.
You could keep like the same Twitter logo and
Yeah.
like tag name and everything.
Yeah, we could.
You know, I'm just gonna change our logo to that for about a week after this episode.
See if anybody notices.
Yes.
See how long we can keep it going. So this week, everybody, you have joined us for a spooktacular episode, not only because we're joined by Mr. Brian Godzilla from the Spooky Boys.
Brett decided to ghost us.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
We have things flying off the chain in here. But also because we're talking about ghosts.
Brett took this literally
Mm.
and
Well,
figuratively.
he didn't die and become one.
Okay, fine.
If he was a ghost, would he be... Because aren't there like 2 types of ghosts? There's like the residual and the active ones. Is that a thing? Or is that just what I've...
I think they're
What are
all
you talking
active.
about?
Well, like...
A ghost is a ghost, babe.
I mean,
No, like the-
wasn't
okay.
it ghost export over there, Brian Godsil?
From what I gathered, there's like the ghosts that are just they're stuck in a loop where they're just living their lives on repeat constantly, and we just happen to interact with that. And then there's the ghosts that are aware of everything, and they're like out to fuck with you and scare you and stuff. That's what I understood from my
Everything I know about ghosts, I know from Beetlejuice.
not the movie Ghost.
No,
Not
Patrick
13
Swayze.
ghosts.
no.
No.
Ghost Ship.
Ghost
Ghost
Ship.
Ship is like my favorite, dude. Still to this day. I love that movie.
Those first 5 minutes are pretty great.
Yeah, I was going to say. Then after that, it's
That's
over.
not true. Everybody says that, but they have the full sequence in the middle, bro.
Yeah, but it's
and
less
the
impactful.
soundtrack with Mudvayne, it's not less impactful.
It is.
Because it shows everything that happened. And the everything that happened is my favorite part.
Agreed.
Like what? At first, they all get their heads chopped off
Right.
except for the little girl. But then you find out what happened to the little girl, what happened to the woman in the red dress, what happened to all the people in the pool, what happened to the dude with the cars. I'm just saying, the middle is legit, and I think you need to rewatch it. That's all I'm saying.
We did rewatch it, and I thought the same thing because the first like 5 minutes, like it's like, you think you're in the wrong. I love movies that do that. You think you're in the wrong movie. You're like, what the hell is this? And then all of a sudden, this wire snaps and just cuts everybody in half. It's like, okay, that was shocking and impactful. And then after that,
Did I walk into a Titanic ripoff?
right?
Oh, God, that movie's so good. I might watch it today.
Titanic.
No.
No.
Ghost ship.
Ghost Ship. We're still on that.
I love Titanic, though, too. I like boat movies.
Do you? What's another boat movie you love?
Jaws.
You know what?
Sounds good.
Hit me with it.
My favorite Jaws 2.
Man, mine too. Also, those boats in Jaws 2 were pretty legit, too. What's another boat movie I like? Because I got another one.
I don't know.
What's that one with Robert Redford?
Hunt for Red October.
No, it's something.
I don't even know who Robert Redford is, so that's probably not it.
That one with Bruce Willis, where he was like a boat cop on like the. What was that one?
Bro, Waterworld.
Eh.
Just saying, another boat.
That's
love
another boat movie.
movies. Just saying.
Yeah, remember he was like trying to find a serial killer.
Yeah, that. Oh, what was that? That was like
Like in the 90s.
Yeah, late 90s.
Oh, and I love Bruce Willis, so you know I'd probably love that one too.
Boat cop movie. No, not sailboat.
Boat Cop. It's the first thing that Striking Distance.
Yep. Yeah,
Is that
Striking
it?
Distance. Yeah, yeah.
All in Last. If you've not seen that, check it out. Robert
I'll
Redford.
probably love it if it's on a boat. What if I love all boat movies? Like seriously, what
How
if,
many do you think there are? How many boat movies do you think
Probably
there
a
are?
lot, right?
Is your favorite song?
Hundreds.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah,
I'm on a boat and
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
What about Boats and Hose?
I was gonna say, so you like that?
Yeah,
Stepwells.
love it.
It's got a boat in it.
Triangle. That's a good fucking
I don't
movie.
think I
You
ever
need
saw
to
that.
watch that.
I'd probably love it.
Mm.
I'm just saying, guys. I might have found like the niche that I like.
Drop Dead Fred.
I've never
Was
seen
there a
it.
boat in that?
There was a boathouse at the end.
Oh, I need to rewatch that movie. What about Pirates of the Caribbean?
Love it.
Master and Commando.
Never seen it.
Oh, you should have had that
Now
one
we're
guy.
just
Got
get,
boats
we're,
on it.
Russell,
We're
Ru-
so-
There's
Russell
a new
Crowe.
there's a new horror movie coming out that takes place on a boat. It's about Dracula.
okay. I'm in.
Yeah, and it's set in like the
Yeah.
1700s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. The only horror movies I don't like are fucking ghosts. Okay. Wait, I should have said that
I like
last
it.
to me the segue, but I fucked up.
But wait. Who is that?
Oh
Ghost.
my God.
It's a
Stop.
ghost.
I need you to close the
Oh
door
my-
and like, not freak me out.
Oh man,
What? We didn't do nothing.
I don't.
I know. I'm just already scared.
I don't like I don't like ghosts or movies, but I love Ghost Chip.
See, I'm not
Right?
a big ghost movie fan either.
Nope.
So the
'Cause they scare
plot-
me.
Right.
Oh, really?
They're so
I was
fucking
the
scary.
opposite because they're all the same and they're boring for me.
Okay, but I gotta tell you, Ghost Ship is not even ghosts though; they're demons.
Okay.
The dude is literally from hell.
I mean,
We're
let's-
splitting hairs
and
at
then
that
kind
point.
of zombies.
Is a demon a ghost? 'Cause-
I don't think so. Not to me.
No, I think it's different.
Okay.
Yeah. Demons, they're like living in the present. They're just not here.
I'd
or
say as
something.
far as movies go, I consider demons and ghosts the same
I
thing.
mean-
like when it's a movie about a demon and a movie about a ghost, I consider them the same.
But I can watch demon movies. I can't watch ghosts.
Because like Smile, what would you consider Smile? Would that be ghost or would that be more just because it was trauma past and everything like that, but is that considered a ghost or is that demon or is that something completely
like-
different?
It follows.
Yeah, It Follows is another great example. It's very similar to a ghost movie and everything, but
I've never seen either of these, so I can't
Oh,
weigh in.
you've
Sorry.
seen It Follows.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, we
Follows.
watched that at Kyle and Alora's
Oh yeah, outside
outside thing on the
with the
projector.
mummy.
And the mum, no, you were not there that time.
I wasn't there.
That's right.
Told you.
I still haven't got
All
my
right,
projector
touche.
back.
Touche. So ghost movies.
I feel like Hollywood took that like a huge step further than because if you live in the present in the real world, we all think of ghosts as spirits
Mhm.
you may see in passing. And I looked it up on this website. It's the Louisville Historic Tours, and they say there are 5 types of ghosts.
Okay.
Ghost orbs, which you see in pictures a lot. You know,
Yeah,
if you take
yeah.
a picture. The poltergeist, mist, fog, and wisp ghost, the funeral ghost, and the interactive personality ghost. And then, there's one that's like, oh, there's 20 different types of ghosts, and they're mostly like from different parts of the world.
Oh,
Right.
gotcha.
Like,
okay.
Yeah. So I think most of us think of a ghost as a spirit that's not going to harm you.
Yeah.
Unless there are the rare occurrence where, you hear people like they made a whole fucking Conjuring universe out of these people that saw these ghosts,
Right.
but
They got the scratches on them and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like most of us, you wouldn't see like the ghost from It Follows that can change what it looks like. I
Right.
feel like that's an evil spirit,
Okay.
more like
That's
a
demon.
demon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think in your head then, would you consider all ghosts are primarily non-harmful?
Yeah, unless you bother them.
Okay.
Like that's a very white person thing. People are always like,
100%.
You love scary movies. You want to go to the sure the hell don't.
Nope.
No, do you want to go like to the research where they just like used to torture people and see if there's ghosts there? No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you
I got
go.
goosebumps already.
You go and tell me how that goes when you
do
come
want
back.
to.
If you go
Nah.
back, no, I'm good. Like that's how all those movies start. Like a bunch of white kids
Yep.
go and mess with something they shouldn't have messed with,
Yep.
and then
And then
or
a
a
ghost
Ouija
like
board
follows
or,
you
like-
back or
Right.
hangs
Yeah,
on
like-
to you, and then you're fucked.
I feel like that's the only way my brain could ever comprehend and like
Something cataclysmic
Understand.
has to happen to you for you to believe that there's ghosties.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just bonkers.
Because it's one thing I could hear all the stories and I could read all the stories because I've been reading stories and everything about ghosts for like the last couple of days, but it's just like in my head that it's
You're too
so
logic based.
I am, and that's why I need to see it. I need to go to these places that are haunted, and I'm not going to be that dick that's like, oh, you can't hurt me, ghost, blah blah blah, and like taunting them. But I want to see.
I
it.
would so taunt a ghost.
I know you would.
You're not allowed to
Yeah.
even.
No.
Nope.
I'm glad we weren't able to go to that ghost tour for Halloween Palooza a couple of years ago because
Oh my
Tony-
god, that's so true.
Tony would be that person that would just be egging on. Is it egging or
It's
egging?
egging.
Egging.
Egan. Yeah,
So weird.
I'm an Eggle.
Yeah.
Tony, you're not allowed to come to any ghost shit with me for real.
Why?
I'm dead ass. Any haunted houses, nothing except for the Threshers. That's not haunted.
No, I would be really good in a haunted house situation.
Not with real ghosts. You're gonna taunt them. They're gonna fuck me up, and I'm gonna be pissed.
I don't think
And I'm
ghosts
coming
have sense
back.
of humors, right? That's a thing, right? Do you think they have sense of humors?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you hear stories about ghosts like doing funny shit like tickling toes.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for real. I'm so serious.
Yeah.
Or my grandma, someone laid in her bed.
Yeah.
Like right after my grandpa died. Okay, but then my grandma, well, we think it was my grandma, did it to my stepdad. Yeah, when he like first was introduced to our house or
Yeah.
whatever. And so I think it was my grandma.
No,
she
but
was
in a
one of
real,
those
in a
people.
real life ghost situation. I would be good.
Tony.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be like, I don't believe in these damn things. And you'd get possessed, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't remember it. Everybody else would be like, you were fucking possessed. And you're like, no,
Yeah.
I don't remember nothing. I don't
You'd be,
remember anything.
Spraying out the black, like the exorcist and shit. You wouldn't know nothing. I'd be like, I'm sorry, we have to break up. I can't handle no
Damn.
ghosts. Babe, I can't do ghosts. What
I
do you want me to
know.
do? What if you become possessed again?
Again. Again.
Yeah.
He was possessed before?
Well, if he did become possessed and then he came back to normal, I'd be like, dude, I can't. You'd be like, nothing happened. It's fine. You'd do the same shit because you wouldn't have learned anything.
Yeah, because
More
once,
ghosts.
once you've been possessed at like a STD, it's always there.
Yeah.
I bet.
So I'd be
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds in the Amityville Horror House.
Yep.
I'd just be,
Yeah, like Linda Blair in The Exorcist.
yeah.
Like it only gets worse because the second one was way worse than
Just
the first
saying.
movie.
Yeah.
I've seen the second one, but I do not remember it one bit.
I don't think anybody does.
Nope. But yeah, I think I would be pretty serious in a ghost hunting situation.
You say that
I
now
don't-
because I banned you.
I just want to be unbanned.
I don't see. I picture your sense of humor would get the better of you,
mean-
and I feel like if something
Throw
happened,
caution to the wind.
Yeah.
That's Tony.
yeah, and even as a coping type thing, if like you got scared or something, your first instinct would be a joke,
Make
Oh,
more
yeah.
jokes.
Yeah.
and it would be
Yeah.
knowing you, it'd be a 9/11 joke. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a
It'd be
ghost
like,
there from 9/11.
all of these people died because the plane blew up in their ass, and he'd be like, "I'll blow up in their ass," like something like that. Like,
I mean,
100%.
I said, I'm like, it's pretty plain in here to me.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Need to smoke it up a little bit.
See, Tony, you're fucking banned,
Yeah.
dude.
I
It ain't
I
happening.
want to be unbanned from this
Then you'd
ghost.
hear like a plane engine.
Right.
What the fuck was that?
Oh my god.
I
I just
bought
couldn't.
props.
So then it would be Ghost Plane. That's the movie we're making after
Yeah, gore.
After
Orphanage.
Gorfinage.
After
Orphanage.
Orphanage.
It's Ghost Plane.
Love it.
ghost plane, but PLAIN.
Yep.
Ghost plane.
I've rolled my eyes so hard just so everybody knows.
I'm gonna get on this ghost hunting thing. I'm gonna be unbanned. Do I have to die so I can be the ghost?
Then you'll be invited.
That's the only way.
That's the only way you're allowed
That's
to
the
go
only
to
way
ghost
you're
parties.
getting-
Yeah. Oh, we die and then you can come visit me.
Do you mess with Ouija boards?
No.
No.
I'm gonna ask
One
Gabe.
time.
Oh, you did?
One time.
Ooh.
I've never.
Did anything happen?
So when I was younger, maybe 10 to 12 in that age, I had a friend's house and we'd go there all the time because his dad wasn't around and his mom would just let us do whatever the fuck we wanted.
Right.
And she'd always buy us Burger King. So like,
Hell yeah.
and we'd watch like Faces of Death,
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love those.
The Incredible Melting Man. And then we'd watch like the Disney cartoon, like music videos.
Yeah.
Love
And,
it. Yeah.
and he had a VCR, so we just like rent whatever. So one night, we had a Ouija board, and I'd sleep on the couch at his house, so you could see like from the couch right into the bathroom where the mirror was.
Okay.
Oh,
So we're
God.
like messing
man.
with the Ouija board, and we're kids, ain't nothing gonna happen. And I shit you not, at one point I looked over, and I swore there was like somebody in the mirror, like you could see an outline of somebody, and you never know, like
Right.
am I just 12 and like making shit up in my mind?
Or
But I
is
was
it
like,
a ghost?
Yeah, or was something really there? And I was like, never again. No,
Yep.
no
Yeah.
Ouija board, no Bloody Mary, no,
Mm-mm.
Oh, I did all of that.
yeah, no Candyman. Like,
Oh,
no, we're
man.
not doing any of that.
Nope.
Which Candyman, whatever. But yeah, no Ouija board.
Oh man, I know you got Ouija board.
I did.
Did you ever mess with it?
I did once. Nothing happened, and it was one of those situations where you never know if the other person's moving it or not. So
That's why you need to do
And
it by yourself.
I won't go into the. See, I don't know if by yourself counts. I feel like it's part of like the rules, like the ghost. Like no,
One
you're-
is supposed to be a male and a female.
oh really? I didn't even know that.
There's like a Ouija board movie that was on the last drive-in one time, and the guy's like telling all of
Yeah.
it should be male and a female, and it should be this and this, and yeah.
Ah,
Supposed to
Did I
like have it
never-
on your lap, not on a table. I think.
really? I didn't know that
like,
either.
So you're touching it. So
Huh.
And see, the person I did it with, I don't know. I just didn't trust the. I'll explain it later off podcast. I don't feel like it's not on podcast topic, but yeah. Oh, but yeah, I did have a Ouija board, and there we go. I did it without making a noise. I did have a Ouija board, and Ashley made me get rid of it. I even bought one of the old school, the vintage ones
Yeah.
on eBay. That was like, I got it for like $4 or $5, but it was the old school board and had the old school planchette, but the little lens was taken out of it. So it was still pretty
Oh,
much
man.
authentic. But
You
yeah,
could have kept the planchette.
it's
'Cause
pointless
that's
without,
cool.
and it even had the original box and everything. I was really
I
excited for it.
Really, I've always wanted to try it.
Yeah.
she's like, you could keep the planchette until the fucker's sliding across the
That's-
kitchen table.
Man, for real. And then
You
it's
spill
out.
a can of SpaghettiOs and it's like spilling shit out with it.
I would die. Heart attack right there. Done. I'm
Actually,
dead.
that would be amazing.
That would be cool
should
as
film
hell.
that.
No.
That's going to be in the movie,
That's
Ghost Plane.
Oh my
Ghost
God.
plane. No,
Spells out like rigatoni and
Yeah.
what kind of pasta.
should that be a golfinage bit? Because
Ooh, that might be more
like-
orphanage.
yeah, because like you all orphan.
Oh my God. So I was always told it's very like I'm superstitious, as is my family, and I was always told don't fuck with no Ouija boards because that's how you invite people in and the demons plus the ghosts, and you don't want that mess. But I have such an intrigue with them.
Mhm.
But like I'll never mess with them, never buy one or have one in my house. But I have like a little pin of the planchette or whatever. Remember my
Yeah,
little pin?
you got that
And
at
I love it so much.
Midwest.
And plus it's so witchy and I love it. But
That's why
No.
we should need to do one in a safe place.
Yeah.
no, because they'll hook on, bro. And they know I'm scared. Everybody knows I'm scared.
And by safe place, you mean Brett's house.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
And
Katie would kill us.
Katie won't do it either.
No, she won't.
believes the same as us. She's
See,
like, nah,
I believe it's a piece of cardboard and a piece of plastic, and
no.
It's more about what you're attaching meaning to. So
you can say that about
technically-
everything, though.
Exactly. So technically anything can be a conduit to the spirit world and anything could be attached.
Yeah. Why do you think when we're at home, I'm like, I have to whisper about ghosts
Yeah.
because one touched me. I just told you that too a couple weeks ago. And I was like, something touched my shoulder, but I had to whisper it because they'll know I'm fucking talking about them and then they'll come at me more.
But you're not
I'm
talking
saying,
bad.
it doesn't matter. If they know that I know,
So then why?
I'm inviting it.
So why then are you scared of the Ouija board if you're already scared of?
Because that can attract like the mean ones.
How
Just
do you
saying.
attract the nice ones?
I don't know. I don't want to attract any of
A
them.
pink Ouija board.
Dude, even if it's my grandma, I'm like, Grandma, I love you, but get the fuck out. Like, please, I ain't about this.
'Cause
Just
I
saying.
want to meet a nice. I've never had a ghost experience because nobody
Same.
invites me.
Your grandma is somewhere right now being like, I really wish I could
I know.
talk to my granddaughter,
Yeah.
but
Every time
she
I
told me
show
not to fucking come
every time
over.
I show
so-
up, she's like, "Get the fuck out of here, Grandma."
Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't even feel bad. I'm like, Grandma, I love you. I'll see you later. Like, we're not ready for this
Just
yet.
write it
No,
down
you
and tell
won't.
me all about it later.
Right.
No, she's like, fuck her. If she
Right.
don't want to talk to me now, then I ain't gonna be around when she comes up here.
What if this
True.
is how I die? Because she will not invite me to a ghost. I go by myself on a ghost hunting.
And you fucking die.
Die.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's
I
how,
could also see that.
that's because nobody invited me. I just want to see a ghost.
You become a ghost on a ghost hunt.
yeah. When that be
That's too Tony, though.
that'd be the joke. I'm like,
So with you two, so I know the answer with Tony because he's on my side with this. Where do you draw the line on going to historic places and where it ventures too far into the ghost? Like where you would avoid, because you don't want to go to haunted places. You said that. But where would the line come into like where you would not go? Any place you wouldn't go? Was
I feel
Open it
like
that
you would
wide.
go to any historic place and be respectful.
okay. So it's more
That's
about
where-
your attitude with it.
My
okay.
attitude, and I'm not going. Like, would I go to the research in Galesburg? Because there used to be a big research hospital, where it was like a Mayo Clinic hospital. They'd research and they would do all kinds of experiments,
Right.
and they weren't nice experiments towards the end.
Okay.
I feel like I would go, but I'd be respectful.
Yeah.
I'd go during the day. I wouldn't go at night. I wouldn't be like cracking jokes and being like laying on the table where they shock people and going, ooh, I wouldn't do
Good
that
call.
kind of
Good
stuff.
call.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I go to the Orpheum all the time. And you had talked about like the funny ghosts.
Right.
And there is a story of the Orpheum, there being a ghost there, and they call her the projectionist daughter. So there was a projectionist a long time ago, because Orpheum's like 106 years old,
Mhm.
that would come to work with their parent and would mess with people, like go behind their chairs and tickle them and touch their feet. And to this day, there's people that'll say, oh, yeah, I was sitting up in the balcony and I felt like something messing with my foot,
Right.
and maybe would hear a little girl giggle. And there was a lot of, I did a special, like a bonus episode, like September last year, and talked to the people at Orpheum. And there was a lot of like ghost stories that they said,
Huh.
So I'm like, yeah, I mean, she's not hurting anybody.
Right.
She just is stuck there for some reason. Maybe that's her most important or her
Yeah.
favorite time of her life. That's one of the things you hear a lot when people talk about ghosts is they'll go back to what made them happy or something that was important that
Right.
happened, so they'll go back to that point in their life and they're just kind of stay there.
Okay.
And for some reason, they don't go to the other side or wherever they want to go. So,
So-
there are fun, or not maybe fun, but
Right.
Yeah.
Harmless.
Yeah.
harmless ghosts.
Silly
Yeah.
Yeah.
pranksters. Yeah.
So is there anywhere you would not go?
Actually, same exact
answer?
I'm
Okay.
not going at dark,
Mhm.
at nighttime.
It's more about timing and respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'd probably be super quiet, just like learning,
Right.
like just to don't hone in on me, bro.
I kind of want to go at night.
I do too. I can still be respectful.
Until you fucking have an experience, and then you're like, maybe we shouldn't push these buttons. And you can't go with Tony. That's forbidden.
That's true.
I'm banning
Yeah.
you right now.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm not
No.
going to push buttons unless there's a button to push.
No, because you'll make a joke, and then he's getting a demon, and then it's coming back to me.
What
No.
joke would I possibly make to upset
You
a
guys
ghost?
don't get to go anywhere either.
What?
Well, you can go by yourself.
That's how
Can
I'm
I
gonna
go by
die.
myself?
No, you can't go anywhere by yourself. You'll get fucking captured.
Oh, but I can.
Just saying.
I need somebody to go with me.
Right.
You have to find somebody else.
Godsil,
So
Where are we going?
ghost hunting.
See, I have a friend that runs the barbershop in Galesburg, and a couple weeks ago, he's like, "Oh, you want to go ghost hunting?" I'm like, "Where are we gonna go?" Because I found this. It's called like the Devil's Chair in Decatur, Illinois, which is like an hour and a half away,
Mhm.
and it's pretty well known, I guess, all over the world. And back in the olden days, at graveyards, you would have a chair. They'd make like a chair so you could sit and talk with your loved ones. And it's the story is, if you go sit in this chair and you make a wish at a certain time of the day, you will have 7 years of good luck and get everything you ever desired. At the end of 7 years, the devil's coming to take your soul and you
shit.
die. So kids back in, because there's a university there, would go do it. And I said, I don't want to sit in it, but it would be interesting to go see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like I would go look at it.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd go at night, but I mean, I think the big
Yeah.
thing is respectful.
Mm-hmm.
If you're respectful, if you believe in ghosts, that's one thing I was like, do we all believe in ghosts? Like you do.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Those two have never had an encounter.
I'm on the fence.
I've
on the
never
fence.
had an encounter. I kind of think they're scared of me.
maybe.
That talk like that's why you can't go
Yeah.
ghost hunting.
You've been banned.
Why? Why? I'm just saying. There's something about me they don't want to mess with.
No.
So you're not sure.
I mean, the only experience I had with when my little nephew's grandpa died on the other side. We had him for a couple days, and he looked outside and like, "There's grandpa." Like,
Well, they say kids are.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah,
like
very-
at that time he didn't know he was like 3 or 4, and then he was like, "I was like, oh, okay."
So
Well, and you think
susceptible.
you hear about kids like, oh, I got a friend,
Yeah.
an imaginary friend.
Right.
Yeah,
But they also say kids are like, so open to everything. So who is that?
Right.
Like, is that someone that was here before? Is it
but
just
yeah,
your imagination, or is that actually a spirit that they're seeing
that was the
of
only
a loved
experience
one?
I've had.
Yeah.
But I've never had an experience. I've always wanted to experience it.
Yeah.
And see, I think that's part of the reason that we're not ever going to have them, Tony.
Yeah.
I think that's the stupid thing. Because
Yeah.
we want it so bad, but at the same time, we're on the fence of whether we believe or not.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but you've even said that even if you had some sort of experience, your brain, you would automatically make it into something else. You'd be like,
I would
oh,
try. Yeah.
the wind.
I feel like I could be rational enough to admit when I'm wrong too, though.
Well, I think a lot of it is where you work at Farm King.
Yeah.
So I gather there ain't many ghosts hanging out at Farm King.
No.
No.
So, and where else do you go that would that's where I am, I guess I consider myself lucky. I've always worked in healthcare.
Yeah.
So the first hospital I worked at was close to 100 years old. Then I worked at OSF, which is 100 years old, or, that building's maybe only 40 years old, but people have passed in those buildings. So
Yeah.
their spirit is either there or their spirit. A lot of the spirits that I've seen I would walk down a hall and you'd go by an empty room and you'd see somebody standing at the bedside.
Mhm.
And you'd be like, who's there? Nobody in that room. You'd go back and there's nobody there.
Mhm.
So they're living that,
Right.
they're stuck in that traumatic experience where their loved one is passed.
Right.
So they're there, but they're not there.
So when you have seen them before, are they always similar? Like
It's always a
shadow? Okay.
like an outline of somebody. Maybe the couple times was like, oh, it looks like a guy or it looks like
Right.
a female, but most time it's just a shadow.
So you've never seen physically
Shadow.
shadow? Well,
But only once.
it's so weird. Like in the movies, it's usually like stereotypically wise, it's the bright version, like a bright shadow, which I've never heard
That's
anybody say. It's always been a dark shadow
Yeah, it's always a dark
Yeah.
shadow.
that I've always heard. So I wonder
That's
where
true.
the light shadow story came
Came
from.
I can go
play
down
from
the-
movies.
Maybe because it's easier to portray, you know,
Yeah.
easier to show.
Right, that's true.
And then like that's how everybody like, ooh, oh, mine like this is what a ghost should look like.
Right.
But because that's the only way to show on screen how it could look.
Especially back in the day, they didn't
Yeah.
have that
Because
kind
if
of
you put a dark shadow on a screen, people are gonna be like, that's boring.
just bad lighting.
Yeah.
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 But it's easier to do
Right.
that way. And then like everybody like, ooh, that's what it is.
So this whole devil's chair thing, I did not realize it was that prevalent. Like it's a whole on. There's Florida, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, New York, Ohio, Vermont, Georgia, and Italy are known for having devil's chairs.
That's cool as fuck, though.
Well, it's all devil show.
I would
Ours-
go. I definitely am not sitting in it, and neither are you.
No.
Can I sit in
No.
it?
I'm going to say no,
Okay.
just because you would.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Guthrie Center, Iowa,
Where the
which
fuck is
that
that?
is kind of over a little bit further east of Des Moines.
Okay.
That's where the freaking bike is, the rail bike.
Oh, really?
Well, it's not in the same area, but it's in the same area.
Gotcha.
It's not.
Yeah, it was in Union Cemetery. So if you're in Guthrie, Iowa, listeners, or you're close to there, you can check out the Devil's Chair. Or if you're from Florida, it's in Casadega, Florida.
How close is that to Tampa?
Oh yeah, I forgot your brother's
Yeah,
down there.
Matt.
Oh, he would
Fuck,
sit in it.
where in the
wouldn't
hell
he?
is-
Yeah, he would.
Where's
Oh.
Tampa?
I don't know.
Florida. Okay, so if you're, it's not in the Panhandle. It's over on the East Coast, about a third of the way down from the top of Florida. It's in that
I
area.
think Tampa's on that other side, the Gulf side.
The
about
Gulf
that
side,
yeah,
okay,
it's by the
so-
golf. Yeah.
So it's probably like
Yeah, straight across.
straight across.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the narrowest part. So yeah, right around in that area in Casadega.
Okay, yeah, Matt, if you're listening,
Yeah.
go sit now and let me know.
Oh my God.
See,
See you at your funeral in 7 years.
Take a
I
picture.
could never, because I feel like you're tempting fate too much in that situation, and that's where I draw the line.
Don't bring it
I don't
on
want to be
ya.
that, because that's
It's
horrible.
the same as a Ouija board, babe.
It's not.
It is, though.
No, it's not.
I'm just saying. You're inviting them
Because there is
to talk to you.
there is intent also, and intent with that. You know what the outcome could be.
Right.
With the intent with the Ouija board, I'm just wanting to chat you up and see what you've been through. I want to know what your story is.
Nah. Yeah, but still, it's you know what the outcome could be. It could be a fucked up story. They're real traumatized. They're coming
But
at
it's
you.
not as laid out as the devil's chair. The devil's chair is you get your shit for 7 years, and then at the end of that,
You're done.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm coming for you.
I'm just saying.
Do you believe in possession then?
100%.
Ugh, I feel
I
like
do.
I mean, I think it is a thing, but I feel like also it's been too blown up by mainstream religion
yeah.
to where it's hard.
I feel
to,
like a lot of it can
That's
be,
true.
if you know now what they didn't know then, like
yeah.
a lot of it was rabies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
can see
like-
that.
Yeah,
Sickness,
rabies is like, I'm thirsty. I'm all the things that happen to you when you have rabies
Yeah.
are like, oh, that was the exorcist, or that you hear a lot of those like stories.
I've had dead rabies in me.
He has the rabies
Yeah.
virus in him right now.
Yeah.
And what we were talking about at work the other day about Salem, and I guess back in Salem, Massachusetts, when they were having all the witch issues, men ate first, children ate next, and women ate last.
Sounds
So
about
by the
right.
time they got to the bottom of the food, it spoiled
Mm.
and it made them
Oh.
sick and it made them crazy. So that's what some of the witch stuff was these women were like mentally insane from eating this
Right.
poisoned food, it's spoiled. And they're like, oh yeah, you're a witch.
That is interesting. I've never heard
like,
that theory.
So yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like most spirits, if they are a thing, if you believe them, are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pleasant. They're not
Yeah.
going to hurt you. Of course, you watch any TV show about ghosts. and
They're
they-
always going to hurt
They're
you.
always
yeah,
bad.
because it's not good
It's
TV.
more
If
sensational,
Casper was
yeah.
on TV, so yeah, they're going to make it scary and suspenseful and make them
Right.
try to hurt you. But yeah, any spirit that I've ever had any inclination with or any interaction with, either was pleasant maybe a little mischievous, but
Right.
they could have cared less if I was there. They were present. I was present. That was it.
Right.
And there was, I mean, I wrote down a list of the ghosts and the places that I've worked. And there's one in every healthcare facility I've worked in.
I can imagine that would probably be
like,
the number one place you'd ever find a ghost.
I worked at Galesburg Cottage Hospital, which is closed now. And I worked on the 3rd floor, which is pediatrics and orthopedics. It ran parallel to Losey Street, I believe. And it was me and one other nurse. We were the only 2 staff on that floor at nighttime. And a lot of the patients, mostly children, would talk about a little girl in a blue dress. They would be outside their window at night. I seen a little girl in a blue dress. And if it's adults, if it's us, like you hear the story and you're like, I'm going to fuck with Tony.
Right.
Or Tony's going to fuck with you.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
so, okay. But when it's little kids,
Yeah.
they don't
Oh, yeah.
make that kind of stuff up.
Yeah.
And it was always a little girl in a blue dress. So I don't know what the story is behind the little girl in the blue dress. I just know I heard it a lot. There was a storage room like halfway down the hall. The call light would come in the room all the time. Was it a short or was it? I don't
Right.
know. Like it just came on. And then I remember one night I'd gotten off the elevator and I go in the first room, the light's on, the TV's on, and nobody's in there. There's no patient in the room. So I turn the TV off and I turn the light off. And as I'm walking out the door, the TV comes on, the light comes on. And I'm just like,
You just leave it at that point.
I just was like, okay, enjoy your show. Have a good night. But then I worked at Kishwaukee Community Hall. I worked at St. Mary's for a while, and that's when I worked on the 3rd floor. And you'd see a lot of spirits like sitting in the chair or standing at the bedside. And then I went to Kishwaukee Community Hospital, the old hospital. It's moved since. And I worked on the psychiatric unit there at nighttime. Oof. And that was fun because it was me and another nurse. It's a locked unit. There's 8 beds. And it was a U shape. So you go, like the nurse's station was right inside the door, but there was double doors that were locked. And the other side was locked too. So you go out, and then there's a long hall, and then the little U, like where there's a storage closet. So the story there was a patient, I don't know if it was a male or a female, sometime in the 70s, hung themselves with their sheet in the room. So you'd see, like you'd go out to do rounds, because you had to do rounds every 15 minutes, and you'd see like a shadow go around the corner down at the end. Or you'd look, it was a great job because I never got beat up. I was never assaulted there. Every other hospital I worked at, I was assaulted at because old people like to really get confused and they hit you and stuff. But there was a room, and you'd watch movies with the patients. You'd play ping pong or pool or read, do group, like arts and crafts. Like I was like, I love this. On Saturday nights, we'd listen to The Twilight Zone on the radio, WGN. So that was like midnight. We'd listen to that for an hour. But in the storage room, or in the room with all the activities, there was like a little door and a window. You could, like the little window, you'd look in there and you'd see like just somebody standing in there looking at you. Like never harmful.
Right.
Never tried to hurt you or never tried to hurt me, but you would see just that dark figure go around the corner or be standing in that window, and never tried to hurt me. No, I don't know about any of the other staff, but it was, you noticed it though. Like, and then at St. Mary's, where I worked right before I moved to the office, there was always stories of a nun that was a ghost. I never saw her. That would get up and ride the elevator up and down. And then room 6 in ICU. So the old ICU had like 3 rooms on this side, 3 on this side, or maybe it's 4 and 2. So they remodeled, and my old job was I was a telemetry monitor tech. I'd watch heart monitors at night. And room 6 was like right behind me. And you'd hear like weird sounds in there all night. So I got in the...
Like weird, what weird?
Like just a click, or the light would come on, but they're sensor lights, so they come off and on. You're like just weird, clicks and stuff like that. So I got in the habit of, if there's no patient in there, I'd just go in the room, say, I'm going to shut the door for the night, and pull the curtain. And I would, and then I wouldn't hear anything. But probably the creepiest story was I went in that room one night because the light kept coming off and on. I'm like, God damn it. Like, I'm trying to work and, it's the girls, because I worked with mostly females, it's bothering them. They're getting creeped out. So I went in the room and it's a sensor light. And It's a sensor toilet because it was a suicide room. So you couldn't have any strings or anywhere that people could harm themselves in the room. Couldn't hang anything up. The window was frosted in the room. So you couldn't you could see out but you couldn't see out. So it looked like somebody had taken their hand and ran it down the window. Like, how you clean a window.
So you actually saw the action of it going?
No, it was already on there.
Okay.
Like it was already
like a Titanic hand.
Yeah. What's that?
Titanic
like
hand?
The
like
steam?
a Titanic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like somebody had taken their hand and ran it down the window. I'm like, you motherfuckers. Like, they just cleaned this room. Like, so I'm trying to wipe it off.
Yeah.
It's not on the inside of the glass. It was on the outside of the glass because it did not come off.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, okay.
Cool.
I'm done.
I take back my statement.
I'm going out, back out. But yeah, that's
You
probably
do
the creepiest thing ever because I'm like, that's not coming off that window.
Yeah.
Like that, someone was either trying to, I don't know. Like, you don't know what their intent is.
Right.
Like, I don't think they were trying to hurt anybody, but maybe it was a spirit that was stuck between the glass or,
wanted to
or
be left
stuck
alone,
between.
so scaring you away kind of thing.
Yeah, like so. But yeah, that was the creepiest one. And I had a coworker that worked there with me. Her name's Lori Plummer, and she lived in a house. It's like a block and a half away. And she'll tell you a lot of stories about, she had family that died in that house. She bought a mirror from like Louisiana, and there was a spirit attached to that mirror that came back with it. That's another thing that people talk about.
Yeah.
Is there's items.
Right.
And she had sent me a picture. There was one picture she sent me, and you can clear as day. I remember looking at the picture, and I was like, there's somebody standing in the fucking window. Like an outline. This one you can't see very well, but there's something in the window there.
Oh, yeah. I can kind of
Okay, yeah.
make it out.
I don't know what it is, but like, yeah,
Freaks me out.
she had people come and like look at her house.
See, that's the other side of it is the people that take care of it. I don't trust anything that they like the person you call to get rid of a ghost or to see if this place is haunted. I just can't believe in either. It's so.
Yeah, we need the poltergeist guys.
The poltergeist guys, yep.
Yeah, a message. She said, my dad's sister Mary died in my house in 1960. She was 32. Cause unknown. She was a nurse at the old St. Mary's and made headlines. Nurse found dead in bed. My dad found her. So he would have been in his 30s too. On the 40th anniversary of her passing, she came to me and sat on my bed. I could feel the bed sink in the corner. Yeah, the picture of the window is the original owner named Nellie Shaw. She lost the house during the depression. Then my grandparents bought it on a foreclosure. So I mean, the whole house is just
damn
generational.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
where my house is, there was not a house. There was before. There was a school there, but that school burnt down. So we find a lot of old stuff like in the yard stuff, but never anything. Because there was no attachment to the house. There was a attachment to the school building. So I definitely believe in some kind of spirits, that there's a lot of things that way above my head.
Right.
Way above, like.
Too much to comprehend.
Like people like, you believe in aliens? Well, I feel like at this point you're a dummy if you don't. You really think that the universe goes on forever?
Right.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else out
We
there?
can't be the only intelligent life force. That would be the worst thing.
Yeah, if we're the only intelligent life force, fucking poor universe.
I know.
That would suck, dude.
Yeah, like, oh.
Big old bummer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, see, and when you brought up Salem, that was actually what I was kind of wondering. Like, so would you guys go to Salem, Massachusetts, and like see the old?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to.
I really
I'm down.
want to too.
Yeah.
If Ashton would allow me.
As long as you don't fucking poke no fun, dude. Otherwise, I'm leaving you there.
Not poking anything.
Because there's also, with that one, there's also the possibility of if they were actual witches, there's the whole black magic thing, which brings in more of the scary side.
Yeah.
So there's no fucking around in Salem.
I think you want me to protect you guys from a witch.
If you are not respectful, like the second you step out of line,
I'm not going to step
Bus
out of
ticket
line.
back to
You are
Burlington.
kicked out, bro.
I am not going to step out of line.
That is like
I
one of
am
my
the
biggest
line.
thing is the respect thing, 100%. Because like even with Abe, you know, if he tries to make a joke, I'm like, you better shut the fuck up.
Oh,
no.
I've been yelled at a few times.
Yeah, like we don't play this
When
game,
have you ever known me to make a joke?
Tony.
That's very true.
I mean, yeah.
Because that was supposed to be a joke on you make bad jokes, but
Yeah.
I didn't feel like going for it that hard and being mean.
Oh man, Abe's a dick today. Yeah, you've never made a good joke, Tony.
So my aunt is totally the opposite of me and my mom, in where she'll taunt, like she wants them to come. You know what I mean? She won't mess with Ouija boards still though, because the demon aspect.
Right.
But she used to, and me and mom have gone with her to graveyards to take the orb photos, and she's gotten a whole bunch. And she actually went to my grandma's grave, took a picture, and it's an orb as a bell.
Oh, really?
And we have the picture, and their last name is Bell.
Oh.
So it was real weird.
Huh.
Yeah. But that I'm cool with. I'll go to graveyards.
Yeah.
And stuff. But that's because, you know, that's a final resting place. As long as people aren't fucking around, don't step on the graves. You know, you can take some pictures or chill. But
See, I
used to smoke pot in there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used
They're
to play.
cool with that.
Yeah.
We used to play hide and seek in the graveyard.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right
Oh
by
yeah,
us.
sounds like fun.
As long as you're not being mean to their shit.
So I was the antagonist when I was younger.
Oh,
there was
see.
the local legend, and actually I looked up like haunted places in Iowa, and it made the list. It was Stony
That
Hollow
house?
Road. No, Stony Hollow Road. It's the story of Lucinda, who apparently it was like the lady who found her true love. Her family forbid it, and then she walked off the cliff there or something like
yeah,
that.
I saw that one too.
But we would go down there all the time. That was all like every Saturday we would go down there and we would try to do stuff and see if anything would happen. And one time I did I do a pentagram out of fire.
You're the fucking worst, dude.
I can't go to fucking.
This was
go
high
something.
school Abe. High school Abe was a completely different breed from me. I was a different person. I've changed
It's good
a
we
lot.
didn't meet in high school,
Oh,
because
no,
that would
yeah.
have been burned in my brain. I would never.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
no.
be like a red flag.
Yeah. But no, nothing still ever happened. But the
That
legend
you
is
fucking think.
you're supposed to go down there and say Lucinda, 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 and then you're supposed to hear a scream off in the distance, and we never heard it. And we always thought it'd be cool to hear it. And so we were like getting pissed and like, oh, fine, we'll make it happen kind of thing. That was our logic back then.
with the pentagram.
I
Yeah,
just want to say
yeah.
I was not hanging out with high school.
No, Tony was not involved in this.
Yeah, I don't do the.
Lucinda was probably like a good Catholic girl too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, oh,
She's like,
Right.
fuck this kid.
messing with pentagrams.
Yeah.
I heard about that. I'm screaming for him. It's
See?
it's that like Crybaby Bridge in Monmouth that's close to me. It's
Oh, okay.
it's kind of like there was a school bus of kids that went off the bridge, and it's like every county in the United
it has
States
to have
has
one.
that,
Yeah.
you know, like story.
Right.
So,
And whether they were actually any fact to them or just
yeah,
something
it happened
someone
at
made up.
some point somewhere, and somebody told the story,
Right.
and it went. Like Lucinda, there's probably Julia and
Yeah.
the next set of cliffs, and,
Yeah.
and there. Yeah.
I've told you I've fallen off a cliff at Stony Hollow, right?
I didn't know it was at Stony Hollow. I knew you
Yeah.
fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
Dang.
Tony, that was a ghost fucking pushing you for being stupid.
All protecting me.
How old?
18.
When would that have been? Was this somehow my fault?
No, not now.
No, I'm just
your
saying, like maybe I
fault.
put bad juju up in there.
And you guys were friends, and she could
See
smell
how old?
him
No, we
on
weren't
you.
friends.
No, we were not
I didn't
friends.
know him.
I didn't
then.
meet Abe until I was 20.
What?
And
you guys knew each
then-
other in high school, though.
No, we
No.
didn't.
Oh.
No, he graduated before
I graduated with Luke.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
he's
right.
Luke's age.
You were friends with him
But-
first. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
theater. Yep.
So, you know, now, like, screw you.
Damn.
I'm going with Abe.
So I may have had some effect on that, Tony. And I
You
hope if I did,
contributed.
I'm very
I
sorry.
fell off, but then I fell off, and then, like, I just didn't hold because I landed, like, perfectly. Boom, boom, momentum wise.
Oh, you
and
just
I,
bounced back up.
and I, like, yeah, I stood up, and that's weird. So maybe the ghost helped me.
Yeah.
Hey, I do believe most of them are nice.
So she helped you so you could then come into my life and influence me to stop being a dick.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Nice. Good looking out, Lucinda.
Yeah.
Any
Thanks.
places in Burlington that are haunted?
There's also they kind of got rid of that house down on Highway 99.
I kind of want
With the piano in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I kind of
that's
want to
creepy.
investigate the library.
I could see that, but then they did. Oh, that's right. They do have the old library still there. That's right.
No. Yeah, that one and the new library that went over the old hospital.
Oh, that is the place of the old
Yeah.
hospital. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I'm wondering.
Dude, that old hospital would be littered where Martini's is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I was born in that hospital.
Me too.
Yeah.
So maybe there was something at the library.
That's very true.
Anything at I know the Capitol here is kind of old.
See, that I don't know much about. I would only assume so, because didn't it get shut down because of a fire? Like after Carrie? Isn't that what the old,
I think so.
like they showed Carrie and then it caught on fire and then
Oh man, that would be a crazy
they
experience.
renovated it. And then they replayed Carrie just recently as a tribute to that. It was like the last film that played there or something, I think. But I don't know. I'll have to ask Tad about that. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Because that's like probably one of the oldest still running places in Burlington.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should ask Tad about if he ever had any ghost experience though while we're at SNAP this week. Last
yeah.
week for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to mention that last episode and I dropped the ball.
Yeah, we dropped the ball. But hopefully you went to SNAP and saw Short.
And saw all the other awesome, I can't talk.
Awesome
Other
stuff.
awesome shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of haunted, though. Because we
Oh,
got some old ass buildings.
Yeah.
Like I was coming in and there's the main road's closed, so I had to kind of go around a little bit. But there's like Tony's lunch spot or something down here.
Yep.
Okay.
And that
Yep.
looks like old timey,
Yeah.
like maybe
And
two
it's
tables
been
in
here
there.
forever.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
man.
oh, first off, I wonder if it's good. And second off,
It's great.
is it haunted? Like,
It's
am I going to
fantastic.
sit like on some old farmer's lap because I'm sitting in his chair? You know what I mean? Like,
Probably.
You might like it.
yeah, I might. Yeah.
But I want to talk to James Zach, who worked in the Burlington Burlington Apartments. The Burlington, that has to be haunted.
That's also another old place. I actually learned this just recently because of the Capitol. The cinematographer that worked on Jaws worked at the Burlington Hotel.
Yeah, the hotel
Okay.
across the street.
Yeah, and then he left there and obviously went to Hollywood and
Man, that would be crazy.
filmed for Jaws.
Now, you guys have all been to Halloween-a-Palooza. Have you stayed at the old?
We did.
I'm
We were there
actually,
last
I'm
year.
actually wearing a Halloween-a-Palooza t-shirt.
The old. So you stayed at the
Yeah,
old.
the old
Yeah.
hotel. Yes.
Mhm.
We
Which-
stayed in the
Anything
same
there?
room.
We didn't have anything happen to us. No. That was actually on the list. It was an honorable mention, but the haunted hotel in Ottumwa was on the list of haunted places in Iowa.
Yeah. But
But nothing happened.
I
to
slept
us.
on the ground and you guys slept on the bed.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
right. What about you?
Sorry.
Did you make
I
it?
don't remember anything. I
Okay.
mean, it was a nice, fun
It was a
Right.
convention, but
yeah,
yeah.
I didn't see anything.
So about Galesburg has to have some.
Well, the Orpheum,
Yeah.
and Galesburg was on the Underground Railroad at one point.
Oh, really?
So there's, I would imagine, some
Oh, crazy.
spots that are, activity for that. I do know the Orpheum. And then my friend was like, oh, let's go here and let's go to Crybaby Bridge. I feel there's some spots along the Spoon River that runs in that area. Because I remember we were like out somewhere on the Spoon, and I don't remember if we'd driven off the road was weird and we were like stopped for some reason. But I like look back and there's this guy walking in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm like, and then I turn and he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm like, was that a sphere? Like, because it was like milliseconds that I turned and then I was like, wait a minute. And there was nobody there.
Yeah.
So Galesburg used to be like a hub of, I tell people that all the time. The Orpheum used to be hopping. I mean, Harry Houdini performed on that stage. Like,
Really?
That's awesome.
yeah. They've like when vaudeville was going, like they would come through. The wrestling used to come there all the time at the high school, and the Globetrotters used to come there. It was a big railroad town. It still is, but there's a lot of history there that people like Carl Sandburg's from there. The inventor of the Ferris wheel is from Galesburg. Most people don't know that. I mean,
Wow.
so I would imagine there's some old houses. And if you go to Galesburg, there's a lot of the big old houses. that are still there that would, I would imagine, be haunted, or spirits are there. Yeah, but there's a lot of history in Galesburg. And that was one of the things I talked about the other day with somebody. I was like, when you live in a town, like you guys live in Burlington.
Yeah.
Like you kind of forget like all the things in Burlington that make Burlington cool. I was driving here and I was like, I fucking love coming to Burlington.
Yeah.
I love going to small towns. And when I come to Burlington, I want to go out to eat at the pasta place, the pizza place by the Capitol, or I want to go to, a Mexican food place, or I want to go to the Valley Monster place.
Pub, yep.
I want to go to those places because I feel like that's where the people that live here go.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the town cool. Like Tony's little diner in the Capitol.
No relation.
Yeah. I don't want to go to like
Culver's,
Buffalo
Wild Wings.
or Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people forget when they live in a town most of their lives, the history and the hauntings and the stories. Ronald Reagan lived in Galesburg for a while.
Really?
Like when he was a kid. Abraham Lincoln spoke at Knox College. I'm sure there's spirits
spoke here. Yeah.
Yeah, there's spirits at Knox College. I'm sure it's been around there forever.
Yeah.
So like you forget the history and the importance of the town you live in because you just get caught up in the mundane.
Right.
And I feel like if all your listeners went out and looked for ghost stories, they'd find them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
They'd find something interesting in the town they live in, even if there's only 200 people in the town.
Right.
So
Those small towns usually feel like they have more.
yeah.
Or at least they're spoke about more, it seems like.
Well, yeah, because in New York City, there's like 50 people killed every day.
Right.
So, like,
Right.
Everything's haunted there, bro.
Yeah, everything. Like
I mean, have you heard about the crime rate in Burlington?
in Burlington. Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty high.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's Jerry's main lunch.
Jerry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jerry's main lunch. Shout out.
I've never eaten
Fantastic.
That's good.
It's like your fucking grandma's making you food, dude. It's
Oh, okay.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very much like Hungry Bear.
there. Oh.
Or they open like 6 to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
They
not-
only take cash, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to, when Sam's was still open, I'd go out drinking, stay out until 6, and then come get some breakfast, go home and sleep.
Yeah.
That's like
Yep.
my mom had cataract surgery last week. And she's like, it's going to take 3 hours. I was like, what? It only takes 20 fucking minutes to do the surgery. So there's a place in Monmouth I go eat. They only take cash.
Mhm.
I'm like the only guy there that's not there every day.
Yep.
But the waitress is like, I haven't been here for 3 months. She's like, coffee with cream and sweetener. And do you want to look at a menu? And I'm like, no, I think I'll get. She's like, same thing you got last week or last month, 3 months ago. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. And she knows
Dang.
and it's only cash.
Yeah.
So it was like $12 with a tip for my breakfast.
Dang.
And I had like 8 cups of coffee because I was waiting. And then, yeah, like those are
Yeah.
that's the joint.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
You want to go eat there because,
Yep.
yeah, it's just comfortable.
Right.
you know,
Right.
like-
And they're just chilling. They're
Mhm.
like, yeah, just eat. You're good.
Yeah.
You're not rushed.
No.
I hate
Yeah.
going
Oh,
somewhere
yeah.
and they're rushing
I
me to
hate
get out.
rushing.
Let me
when I
chill.
went to see Jack, not this last time, but the time before, we went to a restaurant. I was like, I want to try this breakfast place. Shit, you not, on the table says 45-minute time limit after we pick up your plate
Oh, fuck that.
because they're so busy that I'm like, no, I'm good. And he just
Yeah.
said that when he went to Ireland and Scotland. He said when you went to dinner there, you were there for like 4 hours
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you eat and you drink and you
Yeah.
talk and you just sit around.
Then you
Yeah.
have like dessert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you know
Yeah.
us, we're not leaving after that.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to catch up. And
Even though
I
we
would-
see each other every other week, I'm like, yeah, we're still. No, we're not leaving.
I would love to go. Well, not just for like that experience of a different country, like their food, because like Italian, Italy too, like their stuff. It's so drawn out and it's a whole thing, and I love it. I really want to do it.
yeah.
Just saying.
Hint, hint.
Intent. Take the podcast overseas.
We're
I
going
get it.
overseas.
Not with
Let's
these
do it.
fools.
Oh.
No, they'll get us locked up. I'm stuck in Italy, bro. No.
Be like Brittany Griner.
I
Yeah.
feel like the Italians are going to be very, very lenient with their.
No.
I'm
No,
Pretty-
they're going to be super strict.
For the most part, what I've heard from people is Italians don't like Americans.
And they don't fuck around.
I mean, I don't blame them
the
because
second
we can't
like
be
you spit out
dickheads.
a noodle, dude,
Hey,
they're on you.
I'll make a joke. I'll fix it. I'll fix it with my
And
jokes.
Tony don't even eat vegetables.
Nope.
So the second he spits out a vegetable, we're kicked out.
You think I'm
Yeah,
actually
you're
gonna
done.
try to
Yeah.
eat a vegetable before it
I was
gets
gonna
spit
say
out?
you picture Tony trying anything
No.
over
But
there.
they'd bring a dish or whatever. There's asparagus on the side or something.
I'm not touching that. Why would
Well,
I even get close to my mouth? I mean,
You think about the United States, like stuff here is only like 300 years old.
Right.
That's buildings. I mean, the Indians were before us, but they didn't have like concrete buildings and stuff. You go over there and
Yeah.
stuff's like thousands of years old.
Thousands.
So now you got thousands of years of
That's
haunted
true.
shit.
Yeah.
I would
So,
love to
yeah.
go to Egypt.
Oh,
See, and
I think it'd be too hot
yeah.
and
I've
sandy.
heard
too
like
dirty.
there's some cool shit and it's really old and like the architecture is really cool.
Yeah.
But I have heard that it's one of the places you don't want to go because they're so pushy to get you to buy stuff. Like you definitely have to go with like a group, a tour group.
Yeah.
You can't just like kind of just go.
So are you saying there's some pyramid schemes now?
Damn, Tony, that was gold.
the one good joke of the night.
That was gold. Awesome.
That was pretty good.
Oh,
Ghosts, man.
Where do you go from that?
Right. I don't know.
You should set me up for that.
So I do have comments. I have one comment actually. I asked our Facebook listeners, do you believe in ghosts? If so, tell us a ghost story. It can be one you've heard about, or it can be one for personal experience. We have Mr. Mitchell. What up, Mitch? He says, I don't believe in ghosts in the traditional way, but I do believe that feelings and events that happen can leave an imprint on this world, where those events are relived like a movie. The people have passed on, and it's just a shadow that remains. I also believe that intense feelings can also leave an imprint on this world that can impact those who are living in the world by influencing our emotions. As for a room getting colder or a book flying off a shelf or a door slamming, I can't explain any of these things, though I am interested in your thoughts and can't wait to hear your theories. So those are the ones that... the things that where you see out of the corner of your eye, I can explain those away all fucking day. And I can be wrong too. I'm not saying I'm right. The ones where things are flying around the room, books flying, doors slamming, that's beyond me. I have no...
Well, I feel like probably 99% of people that say I've had a ghost experience
Yeah.
don't say a book flew off or
Right.
Right.
a door slammed, or they're saying I seen a spirit or I saw
Exactly.
something. Yeah. And I mean, like you said, do you believe in deja vu? Like, or is it just your mind?
Right.
I mean, the human minds, we use what, 10% of it?
Yeah.
So what's the other 90% doing? Is it
Actually,
making up
use 12%.
12%? Okay.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't.
I only use 10% of mine. So what's the other 88% doing
Right.
though? Is it making up a book falling off the shelf, or you seeing a spirit, or is there something actually there?
Exactly. And see, I think that's what a lot of it is. It's more about how you feel in the situation. And I'm not going to lie, there's been times I see shit out of the corner of my eye all the time. So I could have seen a ghost. Who knows? And it's just my brain is refusing to accept it. So, I mean, it's possible.
I've had three different. Okay. One was I saw.
Mhm.
Okay. The couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And there was just a hand on my shoulder and it was really supportive, but it was really fucking creepy. And so I just laid there and I was just like on my bed, just laying there, like waiting for it to stop. And then the third one was just something in my ear and it was like, hey, just like that. And it was really fucking creepy and there was nobody there and it sounded like Zach, my stepbrother. And
yeah.
I was like, man, fuck you. Cause I know it's you. And I even said it out loud. I was like, fuck you, Zach, go away. Like, never happened again. But I'm just saying, that's three different things. Like, I can't explain away any of them.
Yeah.
Maybe seeing, but like, it wasn't so much out of the corner of my eye as me looking up and there it is in the window in the hall. Like, nah. It's too much.
Was
to
it your
explain away.
brother that saw the woman like running down the stairs?
Yeah.
Or
No, running up the stairs.
running
on
up
all
the
fours.
stairs.
We had a fire in my grandma's house. And that's where like a lot of the ghost stuff happened. And the woman, their kid was in the upstairs, and that's where their room was. And the mom ran back in to get them, and they both died. And so, which my mom found all the freaky shit from that house fire, and she has it framed in the house, which I don't know why she does that, because that's foolish. She believes in ghosts. She knows, but she's
she's also doing the honoring thing so that they feel respected.
Yeah. So
that's exactly why she kept it.
Man, I know. And so everybody.
I would do it for a bit.
You're the worst. But now I forgot what I was talking about. What was I saying?
Explaining it away.
Oh, yeah. But Chavi, he saw a woman like running like that up the stairs. If I would have saw that, I would have died just instantly, because that creeps me out already.
Yeah.
Then you'd have been a ghost. Like, where are you going?
Right. Like,
then you're stuck with her the whole time.
That's how I run when I'm scared, is on all
And then you'll
fours.
be like, oh, this is what we're doing? Okay.
No, I would die.
Well, you should die.
Oh.
You would have been a ghost, yeah.
Yeah, I would have been a ghost. And I probably would have just been redoing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is what we're doing now.
So you're a logical person.
Yeah.
So if logically we live in a universe that's full of energy, everything is energy, right? Like these atoms floating around us are energy.
Energy's got to go somewhere.
There's enough energy in them that they made a bomb that leveled Hiroshima out of atoms, right?
I'm looking forward to that movie, by the way.
Yeah, like wouldn't that energy be powerful enough for something to attach to it?
You are right.
Like,
yeah,
if your spirit leaves your body, if you believe in that, like, and it attaches to this energy,
right?
Maybe it's not powerful enough to throw a book or, slam a door, but is it enough energy that you could see an outline or I mean,
you are right. It's hard for me to see. That's where I get lost in the thing.
Because if you told people before Hiroshima and Nagasaki that these scientists are going to take the air from the up here, and they're going to form it into a weapon that's going to level a whole. People would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Right.
You're insane. You're
insane. Give me some of those drugs."
Yeah, which they probably had. That was, that's in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I am curious, and I do want to experience ghosts, but
not with Tony.
Not with Tony.
Nobody
no,
wants to experience.
Sorry, Tony,
nobody wants to
out,
experience anything with me. It's okay.
I mean, I'll watch a movie with you pretty much anytime, but no.
We'll go get food as long as it's not at a haunted place.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're out.
I'm all
There's
sad.
sometimes when I'm nervous to go to events with you because I don't know who you're going to say the joke to at the wrong time in their life. They're not ready to hear this Tony joke.
Right.
See, I would.
Everybody's ready for my jokes.
I'd be interested to do or not do a study, but I'm sure there's been studies done where you're these people believe in God and these people don't. These people, a percentage of this people believe in ghosts and and see what it was. Do more people that believe in God believe in ghosts?
Right.
Or not?
Yeah.
Because, I've heard this a lot lately. What people, do you believe in God? And they're like, well, no. Well, you worship the devil and you believe in Satan? Well, yeah. Well, it can't go both ways.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You can't have one without the other.
You have to have
Yeah,
one. You have to have both.
So I would be interested to see, do people that not believe in God believe in ghosts or,
right,
vice
the overlap.
versa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or do they? If you believe in God, do you not believe in ghosts because you feel like your spirit goes to another place?
Right.
There is no in between.
Huh.
If you don't believe in God, there is that in between because it would be more scientific that spirit would attach to an energy instead of going to. Because why would you get stuck here if you believe in God or the devil? You go to get judged and you go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ghosts, man. I'm not into it.
No.
Nope.
I called one earlier. They're coming to visit you later.
I'm so interested.
I sent him a Ouija telegram.
Yeah.
A Ouija-gram?
A Ouija-gram.
I would kick that telegram so hard.
No, I sent it to Ghost.
You can't kick it. You could kick it, but you'd go right through it.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Ghosts.
Oh man.
Does anybody have
I'm gonna dream about ghosts now.
You're going to be fine. That's why we did it early in the day. Everything's good. Get it out of your system. You're all good. No worries.
It's all, nobody's gonna hold you. It's gonna
Yeah.
be okay.
Wow.
They're all scared of Tony, apparently.
I mean,
so
No,
just mention Tony's name and maybe they'll go away.
yep.
They'll be like, we don't want to hear no bad jokes. We're good. We're out.
I'm never gonna tell another joke in the rest of my life.
Sure.
You know,
I mean,
the cemetery by my house has a fence around it.
Yeah.
You know why, don't you?
Why?
Because everybody's dying to get in.
Ah!
Damn it. That's
You can
He's gonna
feel free.
recycle it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to use that again.
I'm gonna
Oh,
use
yeah,
that.
feel free.
I'm gonna use that. I won't even footnote. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a really good joke that I heard recently.
Okay. Is it the pyramid scheme joke? 'Cause
No.
I'd killed that.
What do you call an emo with no boobs?
No boobs, emo.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
A cutting board.
That's awesome.
That's awful.
It's terrible, but it's so good. It's like the only joke I remember now.
That's amazing.
Is that your favorite joke?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it, and I follow on TikTok their dark humor, and like a lot of them, I'm like, ooh, too far.
I love those.
But that
Yeah.
one was like spot on. I was like, that's dark enough to be so funny to me.
So how weird is it? I wasn't going to bring this up, but like we had set the date for this like a while ago.
Right.
Now, how weird is it that my dad passed away on Friday?
Yeah.
And it's Sunday, like
I'm
in
not
Rick
gonna
Morty
lie. I was like,
about ghosts.
do we need to change the topic?
I was
we
like-
can if you need to.
I thought about that. I'm like, this is okay.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say. Nothing, bro. I'm just
Ashley
sitting
ain't touching that one.
She's like,
I'm not gonna. I don't have. Yeah, I'm not touching that one with a ruler
Oh, that's all right.
stick.
If
So-
he comes to see me, I'll let you know.
Okay,
Oh,
we do
don't
have.
let me know.
We do have an extra mic. If any,
No.
Oh,
No.
Tony's opened this up to
Oh.
EVPs.
Now it's gonna come, dude. When I listen to it, I'm gonna hear like a something freaky.
oh wait, should I put something in now?
Tony.
But his name was John,
I'm
so
done.
she's like, I'm done.
All
Okay,
right,
we should once again. We want to promote your
Yeah.
podcast.
give another spot, Brian.
So you can check out the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. We got horror news, reviews, collectibles, all kinds of good
I
stuff.
love it when you guys do the Why We're Poor.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's one
that's a
of my
good one.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But check them out. They're on our the PFPN as well with us.
That's right. So thank you, everybody. Make
Thanks.
sure you like, subscribe.
Yeah. Thank you, Brett, for all your input.
Yeah, Brett, you did amazing.
Yeah, this is your best episode yet.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm on your team, Brett.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
I feel like that's a Brett question.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, he'll be eating right now.
It would be like, oh, this is dinner.
Ooh, yum, yum, yum.
So,
Thanks, everybody. Oh, you.
no.
Thanks, everybody.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.